So, oh man, so there's been a lot of injuries this season. This past week, a lot of injuries, and that's going to lead us into our next little segment here, Gage, and that would be
From turf to tears, it's injury fears. Who's sidelined this week in Gage's fantasy sphere?
Yeah, so about that. Well, we still got Aaron Jones on IR. I believe this will be week 3 of that. Who knows if he'll come back when he's, first eligible. CD Lamb still out. His ankle injury. Not as bad as Tyreek Hill. At least CD Lamb will be back this season. Hopefully. Knock on wood. And then we both took a big hit this week. Just a little bit of quarterback action. Lamar Jackson hurt out. Was a hamstring injury, I believe that they said. Yep. Out this week. Status, let's see here. Says, suffered a hamstring injury against Kansas City. His status for a week 5 matchup against Houston is in doubt, so probably gonna not play. His absence, blah, blah, blah. So it doesn't say exactly how long he will be out for. So it's probably a week-to-week basis, which is not good. It's probably going to be 2 to 3 games. So what do I got to do? Who's my quarterback for this week? Well, my backup's Jordan Love. Oh, guess what? The Packers are on a bye. So I got to go pick someone up. Someone needs to play the quarterback position for my very non-PG fantasy team. We go out, and I don't even remember who I dropped. Can't find it. Not going to look at it. Look for it here for a second. And I'm looking. I'm like, who is available? Well, let me tell you something. Not a lot of people were available. I was right. I dropped Bashal Tutin to pick up this guy. Quarterback-wise, the top available one is Bryce Young. Well, that's not a very good option.
59-yarder, Eddie Pinheiro.
Nice. Way to go, Eddie. It sounds like the 49ers actually found their kicker.
It didn't have to draft him in the 3rd round either.
And then we got Jake Browning, who, no comment. We know that's not going to. Trevor Lawrence is hit or miss. Okay, week 1, great week 2, just happened to be against Cincinnati. Horrible week 3, and then a meh last week. Geno Smith, Spencer Rattler, Carson Wentz, Sam Darnold, Cooper Rush, Mac Jones, Cam Ward, Dylan Gabriel. All people who I don't want on my fantasy team. So who do I pick up? I pick up the guy that I wish the Steelers would have drafted this past year. Give me Jackson Dart for the New York Football Giants. Now, I know he is without Malik Nabers. He didn't do bad last week. 111 passing yards and a touchdown, but he also added on 10 rushing attempts for 54 yards, another touchdown to give him 19.84 fantasy points. If I can get 15 out of him, I'll take that. It's at New Orleans, and we know the Saints defense is trash. So why not? And then another one, not injury related, but I've been talking for the last 2 weeks how bad the running back room is on this fantasy team. We had Travion Henderson, Zach Charbonnet, Nick Chubb. I got to add someone to that because this just is not helping. I lost by 2 points last week. A little bit because Lamar got hurt. A little bit because the running backs suck. So we go and drop DJ Moore because he's just been underperforming. Bears are on a bye week this week anyways. Not going to use him, obviously. And we go and we pick up the guy that we hope, we pray, is going to be the Arizona Cardinals starter, and Michael Carter. He was not last week. Amari DiMercato was actually the one that played. He had 1 rushing attempt last week for 1 yard. So I'm really hoping that volume picks up a little bit. I'm still debating whether or not to start him. I have Charbonnet and Nick Chubb as the starters. So we're hurting. We're sitting at 1-3. We need a win this week. I'm going against a stacked team that has Kyler Murray, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson, Evan Ingram, Amarian Hampton, the Bills defense, and Matthew Prater.
Whoa.
Looking at this team, I'm like, how did they get that? But if Jamar Chase can do what he did last week, I might have a chance.